Morning everyone, welcome to episode 4, part 4 of the turbo conversion in my Mark V Ford Cortina. Got a lot to get done today. Well, we're hoping to get a lot done today. What we're hoping to do is fit the turbo manifold, hopefully 10-15 minute job just to fit that in. Then we're going to move on to sorting out the electrical cable for the EFI, tidy all that up, put the bung in, fit the heater box, and basically try and do everything in the engine accelerator cable there as well. And we're going to show you what to do with the accelerator cable because you can't use a Cortina one. So we'll show you how to do that and modify it. We're also going to fit the clutch cable as well. And if we get time, we'll do some other bits, but we really want to try and get everything done, or 90% done, under the bonnet, and then we can move on next week to doing all the fuel side of it with the tank and running the lines and things like that. So yeah, Dale will be here in a few minutes, so we'll get started. Okay. Okay, so the manifold doesn't quite fit in the hole, so we've removed or undid the brake servo, and we're taking out some of the, what are they called, Dale? Just
manifold studs.
Manifold studs. We're taking them out to get it to fit, and then we'll actually use bolts on them rather than the studs. Oh, difficult. So the way you take these out, guys, is you put 2 nuts on, do them up to each other, and then put your ratchet or your spanner, and obviously do it in reverse, and you can pull them out. Fingers crossed they don't snap. Right, that one's out though. That one's out. Don't need that in there. Oh, right. Oh, so I need to just leave it in. Fucking idiot. Right, let's do that again then. There we go. I got overexcited there. There we go.
I'll fit it. Catching on. This
Catch there. This is it the actuator?
Yeah, yeah, way too low.
Yeah.
Pull them out. Way too low.
Yeah.
Fit.
Of course you'll it'll fit like a glove, he says.
Oh, look
There
at
we
that.
go.
Beautiful.
Right.
Getting that.
Do you want to do the little one first, or?
Yeah.
Pull.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know when you got massive hands. That's going up.
Got it.
Make back a bit. Yeah, that's it. I think I'll keep it that's it going with it. Yeah. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Right, all the washers in that area. Should go on.
Oh, gasket.
Oh, it's alright. Yeah, you can slide it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just undo.
Undo them.
Just do.
I'll let you do those first.
Do that one. I even put it on there so I don't forget.
That way.
And the nut bolts in there. So when you've got no studs, put one in first. And it'll hang
Where we're
there.
going, top. Top.
We'll put top in. Wiggle them in. That's crossed, isn't it? Right, and then you do your bottom one. So you can push that over, you see, and you get the right on. It'll blow like a mother.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry if we're in the way, it is a little bit difficult. Once we've bolted up, we'll show you what we've done.
There we go.
Okay, so the manifold is on. Now this should really have been a 10-minute job. It wasn't. We had to spin the snail round on the turbo because this piece was facing down there. So you just loosen some bolts and you spin it round. And we also had to move the actuator. We had to spin that round as well because it was interfering with the mounts. And then we have also had to take the brake servo out, so it clear, so that it can actually go in, and also the studs, which are these are obviously the nuts. We've actually had to trim these down a little bit to get everything to fit, but it is now in and it's on, and hopefully I don't have to take it off again. So that's the manifold on. That's a big piece done. So the heater box is now in. We've got to put the inlet side on, but before we do that, we've got a brand new starter motor, and this is the original. So we'll unpack this. Difficult doing it with one hand. Okay. So this is the new starter motor, and this is Ford's original. So I'll just show you. I don't know how well it'll come across on camera, so you can see the Ford stamp there. And this is a lot lighter, a hell of a lot lighter. So this is a high torque one. And yeah, we're going to fit that to the car now, and we'll video that for you so you can have a look. Yep. Okay, so starter motor is to go on.
Right, it's got. These don't. The originals will sit there, These don't.
These don't, so you've got to hold it at the same time.
Let me get the bolts off there first. Be easy, isn't it? Put this one in. It's hard to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see, guys, obviously, because we need hands in there and things. One to hold it, one to screw it up. You can just see there where Dale's put the first bolt in. So that's held it in. There we go.
Underneath.
Okay, now Dale's going underneath, so I should be able to
I'm going for a sleep.
film this, yeah.
New washer for that bolt because it snapped.
So we just put a new washer on because focus. This it's not going to focus. This is snapped in half, so we just replace the spring washer. And if you don't know how spring washers work, they're basically they push against what you're doing up. So in theory, once it's tightened, it can't come loose because it's pushed up and it's then under tension. Okay, so that is on. We just need to ratchet it up. There's no point in video and ratcheting it up. So the inlet is now going in. I actually painted this up a few months ago, back in April actually, because I knew this was going to happen. So yeah, we're going to bolt this on and we'll show you what it looks like and how you do it. Master all that up. Does this need to come off?
No.
So you can see them studs there. Let's get it in. There we go. Look, gasket's already on there as well.
What are we? Oh, I see. Metal. Yeah. Has that been off, has it?
What?
That metal bit there, yeah?
Yeah.
It's just not messing us.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. So inlet side is all bolted up now. Looks really good. I'll just give you like a overhead shot of the engine so you can see it. Looks really smart. Actually starting to look like an engine again. So we've got the Dizzy cap to go on with the blue leads, so it matches the blue that I've painted. So Dale will do that now, and I will we'll film this. I know it's fairly self-explanatory, but for those that don't know, so get that. The other side. Right, I should come around here. What's good about this manifold as well is you can actually access the spark plugs. I think with your old turbo, Dale, you had to take the manifold off, didn't you? You had to take the turbo off to change the spark plugs. So with this, it's quite a good manifold. Well done, Paul.
I have to ping them back when we...
Yeah. There we go. Right, let's give you a little shot of that.
We've all got to be pinned back.
We've all got to be pinned back. Look at that. Looking good. So now we need to plug in to the inlet. So Dale's going to find the plug. So we'll just connect the Dizzy back up.
Temp.
Temp sensor, which we took off just to, there we go. Can you see it? There you go, that's it.
And then you've got the magic plugs.
So the plugs now that we're connecting is the new loom, which was the EFI.
They're all here, there we go.
Okay, so there's the EFI plug.
That is your cold start, which you don't use, but you would on normal EFI.
Okay.
So that's got to go back. That goes down here. Well, I can go anywhere. It doesn't really matter. It's disused. You don't use it.
So you don't. Right in thinking you don't use that because this is being turbo converted, whereas on Jamie's,
Jamie will need it.
which is Jamie's, because he is just going for standard EFI.
When you turbo, you need to overfuel it on start. So if you overfuel it with your cold start, it's too much fuel and it won't start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. A bit of information for you.
That's only on the turbo conversion.
Only on a turbo conversion. This one, standard EFI, like we're doing on Jamie's, would actually plug that in.
But that, yeah, that's it. That's not used
That's
either.
it, and that's not used.
No.
Obviously, once we've finished all this, we'll tidy all the cables up and cable tie bits and pieces just to make it a little bit tidy and neat so you've not got loose cables flying around. But look at that. Looks like a completely different car. Off camera, we've taken the alternator off my old engine and just fitted it there. It's just 3 bolts. And we've also fitted the coil and put the relevant cables on. So this one here on the negative is for the rev counter, and this one here is positive, which is for
powers the coil.
It just powers the coil, and obviously we've put HC leads on. What we need to change now, and is this because it's a turbo?
Yeah.
So we need to change this here, which is the fuel pressure regulator. We need to change this and the reason is because
you need more fuel.
You need more fuel
boost.
and boost.
No, you need more fuel.
On boost.
Yeah,
okay. So we're going to take this off and put the new one on.
I think that's a big old.
Yeah, it is.
Big
bertha. So we've just undone this nut here, which connects onto there, pulled that back, and Dale's just taken the hose off. And underneath, if I can get it on the camera, which I probably can't, but there's oh yeah, there you go, that nut there. We need to get off. Okay, so that's the old and off, and it's as simple as that.
Might
Fitting different.
No, you just have to put some washers on her. Washer.
While Dale was sifting through trying to find a washer, probably the ideal time to ask you guys if you can like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying what you're seeing. It would really help us out a lot. Okay, so we're just putting the picking that back on if we can. Also, if you hadn't noticed, Dale knows majority of what he's doing. He does know what he's doing completely, whereas I know pretty much nothing. I think I could do a simple oil change and things like that, but this sort of thing is a bit too in-depth for me. So this is why Dale's here, and he's teaching me along with hopefully teaching you guys as well, because I don't want to always keep having to ring Dale when I've got an issue, because as I've said in the previous video, he doesn't live locally, he's an hour and a half away. but I really appreciate him being here and taking the time to show me. But he's not doing it all for free. My wife is cooking a lovely roast chicken for dinner. Well, this is Gemma cooking, but I'm sure it'll be lovely. Hopefully she doesn't watch this bit. So yeah, there we go. And then we'll just tighten that up. Okay, we'll just tighten that up. Let's see if I can get the camera in there. Not quite. There we go. Okay, excellent. So what we've done there is we've done away with the big nut that was on the old one because it wouldn't work. So we've just put a bolt and a washer there, and that's nice and secure. So yeah, another job done. Engine wise, we are pretty much complete.
Yeah.
Obviously we've got to run the accelerator cable, which I think, yeah, through there we've got to run the accelerator cable. And the brake as well, which we're going to need a heat gun to do that. And that connects onto, we'll actually disconnect it from here, and it will run all along into this piece here, but we need a heat gun for that, so we'll do that another day. But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments, but certainly getting there. Okay, off camera we've just put in the clutch cable, runs in through there, that hole there, clipped it back in, and it's obviously connected to the gearbox. What we're going to do now is the accelerator cable. Now it is worth noting that they need to be modified before you put them in. This one has already been modified by Paul Burrows, and we'll just show you.
No, that's got to be modified.
Sorry, that piece has got to be modified.
And if you want to look at your old one, you'll see why.
So, where's my old one?
So as we can see, it's got to look like that.
It's got to look like a ball. Okay, so we need to modify that, and then we can actually fit that in. Fucking heap of crap.
Just hold it.
Okay guys, so we're just going to show you the difference between them. So the one in Dale's right hand, which is this one, is from a Granada. Mark III Granada, which is what you use. And what he's done, if the camera focuses, this bit here, we've rounded off to this ball. Okay, so it needs to fit in to the accelerator pedal. Okay, that is one we've done before. Just let it focus. There we go. So you can see if you spin it round out, you can see it's the ball. Okay.
That's to fit a Cortina pedal.
So this is to fit a Cortina pedal.
I'm not sure about others.
Okay, now what the other one that Dale's got in his hand is a Sierra.
Yeah, which is no good at all for a Cortina.
Which is no good at all, because you can see there's no way you're going to be able to modify that to put on the pedal. So you want to do an EFI conversion, you need a Granada Mark III accelerator cable.
If you're doing it on a Cortina.
If you're doing it on a Cortina.
I'm not sure about other cars.
Okay. Okay, everyone, what do you think? I think it's really starting to look nice now. We've fitted the accelerator cable. We had to do that off camera because it's a bit of a pain to try and film, but it goes into here. And all you do is you drill that out to about a 14 mil, and you can actually push that in, and then it connects to the pedal. Coil's also been fitted down there. But yeah, looks really good. Obviously, we've got to tidy all this up because they can't be hit, because that will get very, very hot, that manifold. So all these will be tidied up, but we want to put everything in the engine. So we've got fuel lines to do and bits and pieces. We're going to put everything in, and then we'll start tidying up all the all the pipe work and all the cables and things and making it look really neat, because I know what will happen. We'll tidy them up now and then we'll get other things in, and then we'll have to redo it again. So fuel lines will be next week, fuel tank, different bits and pieces, and hopefully we'll be able to turn it over next week, fingers crossed. So I really hope you like it. I would just like to say a massive thank you to Dale. You may have noticed in the last couple of videos that Dale isn't here when I'm doing the intro and like the end. The reason being, obviously, it takes a little bit of time to film that, set camera up and things like that. So I either film it afterwards or before he comes. Obviously afterwards when we're finished. But I would just like to say a massive thank you to Dale. What people probably aren't realising is Dale's actually going to work, getting up at like 3 in the morning on a Sunday morning. He's going to work and then he's coming here for 9, 10, 11 o'clock ish. We're starting and then we're here till about 7 o'clock in the evening, just doing bits and pieces, just to try and get the cars done. So I want to say a massive, massive thank you to Dale. And as well, what's happening is Dale is doing, you can see from the videos, Dale does do the majority of the work and I film it, for 2 reasons. One is Dale knows exactly what he's doing, and I don't, because I don't know a massive amount about cars, and he is teaching me as we go along. But the second reason is because Dale knows what he's doing, it's quicker. So where he might be able to do something in 5 minutes, if it takes me 10 minutes or even longer, obviously we're filming this and it all takes time, and we just end up being here a lot longer than what we really need to. So Dale, I really appreciate your help. I know Jamie will as well when we start on his one. So thank you very much. This is the end of part 4 now. If you have enjoyed it, please give us a like and a subscribe, put some comments on, let us know what you think, and we'll see you in part 5 for all the fuel system.